TV right now. And I don't know, I feel like this is just the perfect team for this type of competition almost, or the perfect story in a way. But Fairy Tale, we'll see if it continues here as we head on to the first map of Mirage, their own pick, remember. Trying to win this knife round as well, try and get off to a good start. The strength against Project X on Mirage was that CT side, but they don't get the start of it here. It seems like Sinners win that knife round, and Sinners are going to be able to pick over on that CT side. Is that going to play a part at all, or nah?
I mean, it definitely can, but we'll just have to see. GamerS to get us on the C side with actually no utility. That is very surprising. We've only got a few decoys, and one of those already used. That's, I guess, a bit odd, if you want to say like that. But either way, we'll just be getting into it now. That T side, 4 players towards A side, immediately near frag. Taps down the first man, but look at this, GamerS. They're just taking over that A bomb side. Neofrag still in connector. I just got another one. Gigot is there for that trade, though. Still, Depression just not looking. As the CT side are finding frags one after another, taking over that A bomb site. Now, and well, the bomb should be able to go down. No one else to, or no one there to stop it in the CT side. Go with that retake now. Looking for the fights. Long range. Glock spams away. You go with the first one. Looking for more. 3 players all coming from the same general area of the map. Good. Still being spammed down slightly, and now has to be careful ducking down behind those boxes. Now it's down to a single man. Where's player trying to tap away, looking for these players. As one's already made its way towards that stairs. The bomb's somewhat planted for him, but still needs to find these players, but unable to. Shock takes him down. And Sinners. First round on the board just like that. Making it look relatively easy as well.
Yeah, it felt that way. I mean, it just started off right with Neofrag getting those initial picks that looked so ruthless. It was good for Gate to immediately just get in there and tap him out in an unfavorable way almost. Or more of an unfair way. GamerS, I mean, with the bomb plant still, they're going to be quite happy with that. Getting plenty of Galils to go around. Sinners actually matching that by though somewhat, and look at this though, mid aggression coming out from Sinners, 2 in window and 1 pushed up, but all 3 go down. That is massive. Only 1 frag found in return, and that's just going to start it off so well for that T side. They can barely contain themselves. It feels like they have just the world as their oyster, but almost a little bit too much as Shock tries to push up even further, but they've already lost too many men. I feel like this is just a done round already.
Yeah, it somehow has turned over to that GamerS elite side, and well, there's nothing much you can say about this unless for some reason Shock decides to turn up right here, right now.
Oh, but he does. 2 kills found. That's actually brought it back as well. Beastic could definitely get another one here. If he doesn't, then round's still over probably, but worst player's so low right now, just behind that smoke, and Beastic will try to watch over it. Not quite going to be able to kill him off, but that does actually favor him, because look at that! The spray down almost worked, but instead it's Shock to still work it out. Sinners working out. Just in general, it's a 2-0. That will mean that it's going to be 2-0. And oof, it was very narrow, wasn't it? But I thought it was done just there with 2-4. And, well, I've been proven wrong. It was a good start, of course, for GamerS, but yeah, definitely could have held on to that one a little bit better, not quite trading out in any great way. Shock, obviously, with the 2 initial frags, really maybe didn't win it, but certainly gave them a chance they shouldn't have had, and he gives another 2k here.
Yeah, frags coming back and forth that CT side. Trying to hold on to this. And well, they might as well. I don't know how, but well, things really did turn around. They managed to get that second one in GamerS. Now have to hold on to that B bomb site. Or not B bomb site, trying to get towards the bomb site. I'm stuck in the last round apparently. As the T side are trying to get themselves anywhere on the map. A minute left on the clock. They've got that on their side. A bit of utility, 2 smokes. Maybe can smoke off window, connector, I don't know, something like that. Trying to go for a play towards that B side or A side if they now choose to go somewhere. With the CT or T side, you can see them going up against that or up from catwalk in the T side or CTs on that A bomb site, looking to make a few rotations. And even left that B bomb site wide open. But now Let's see how they deal with this. They've been managed to, or just been let completely go towards that B bomb side. No one holding this, and the bomb will go down. No way about it.
Yeah, this is a little bit weird. Sinners just playing for the retake here, I suppose, and we're thinking of just holding it if they went A, but evidently they don't. They are going to have to play for that retake. No kit, though, so again, a little bit of an odd way to approach things, but as long as they get that first kill early on, then maybe it should work out. It's all on Maki here, who is going to be able to peek them out. Surely with the great timing, it's a great flash at least. He only gets one actually, but maybe that is good enough. Neofrag and Beastick now walking through. One with an AK, but maybe they're not going to walk through. Maybe they're just going to back off here, save those weapons, and the more weapons they pick up, it feels like that's... it just gets more and more reasonable, almost, as it is so. And Depression actually meet up against Neofrag, who takes down one. Not quite going to approach the other with the same vision, but he will still take him down, actually, in that. That ends up being not a great round for Sinners, but not a bad one either.
Yeah, another great round coming out here, and well, GamerS Elite do get themselves their first round on the board now. Finally, about time after the Sinners stole back that last one. Now looking at this one, Neofrag will not get a single thing in this round. Instead, immediately taken down, taken out of the action. Still looking for more that CT side. I have it going for a force, so I need this to work out here. And this is going to be such a tall task for the CT side. Can he? Has heard a few steps here. I'm not sure if he knows the place in window or under it or below it. So it's one hell of a round here from that T side. A minute still left on the clock. Smoke has been used. Another one picked up, I think, or whatever Depression may have gone on there. T side. Now get ready. Beastie has put it to place in a side now. Molotov goes out trying to force him out, but no, it's got to be that T-side to find that frag. And well, here's Zedeka with the Desert Eagle finding one. Depression head chopped off, and Inzo, he's got a great position, finds one. Two with his teammate, and now lines up for the final one. And just so clean there. A very good take overall, the mid.
Well, yeah, it felt like it was going to be a bit tougher than that, right? It felt like Sinners were going to put up a fight, but in the end, as you sort of alluded to, it felt like GamerS just ran away with it, really. Strong stuff indeed. They're going to have to do something similar, if not even a little bit better in this round, if they want to be convincing at all, because it is just those default pistols they're good up against, for the most part. No T-Eagles in sight either, which I think is always a positive when you're playing against Sinners, right? You don't want them on those T-Eagles at any point whatsoever. That is going to mean that we see a bit of a stack as well, as you often do with when it comes to these types of buys. But yeah, not going to be too much of a worry, I don't think, for GamerS, as long as they stick together, which apparently GI God is not sticking to it all. It's just going to be alone over towards the apartments. But meanwhile, Sinners go for a peek and actually take out worst player. That's big. Again, he was just isolated. I don't quite know what the deal is with GamerS, why they're just spreading out like this and staggering. How Maki gets into there and actually finds the two frags. Maybe that sort of wipes the sweat over their forehead here. Yeah, it definitely does now. Maki just doing all the work right now in a round where it felt like it could have gotten a little bit scary, maybe. But not so much as Maki comes for the rescue.
Yeah, round over just like that. And we'll be getting, well, into yet another round there. GamerS taking the lead here finally. And I hope to get us another great round. So there's the weapons, all that is all there, and well, seeing if, oh, Depression. Nice little boost here for the CT side, not going to be giving him a frag. I like the idea though, the creativity. Let's see if something is going to be going on there now. Oh, near frag. Got to be careful. The AWP is on the other side, and Depression. He's just so close to those GamerS, or those CT side players there. And well, right now, this gamer side, they're just very patient, trying to find that man advantage or something they can get here. To get things going, and, well, looking to find themselves that mid control now. Still a lot of time there. Utility, though, if they keep using it like this, trying to get that mid control now, I mean, they basically have to commit to something. Otherwise, they'll just have to rely on nothing but their pure aim, which is not going to be that easy. But, well, CT side not having too much utility either might make things a bit easier, but there's one frag for the T side, opening things up. Looking for the next.
Ooh,
and that
another
T-side.
boost?
Ooh. Yeah, look at this. Maki going down.
That is lovely. Yeah, still the creativity coming out from gamers all across the map, it turns out, but still a 4-on-4 of that being said, and only 30 seconds left. It's actually starting to go down to crunch time, and they're gonna need this next frag. There are plenty of sinners around that A site as well. They've got Beastic and CT and Sedco already pushed up towards Tetris, which they will check. The gamers. That ends up being positive, but look at that! The short play has come out. They still get the bomb down somehow, but it's ended up in a 2-on-2, and again, back to a sweaty spot for now GI. It's all alone after Depression goes down, and while Shock is quite low, it's still going to be 2 players to walk up against, but he takes the 1-on-1 duel and tacks down Shock even further. He's just 1 shot away from glory here, GI. Oh, he drops the fakes. Flash as well with the defuse, 10 seconds, surely not. There it is, GI through the wall. Works out massively, 4 rounds for it. He's going to be taking that one, and yeah, lovely stuff indeed. That was quite a sweaty round though, wasn't it? And well, it started off that way. It certainly didn't end in the most positive of ways for Sinners. Interesting how he saw two shots through the little A box there, the triple box from both teams, both getting a frag. Don't really see that all too often with both teams doing it, but that seems to be the way the cookie crumbles here for Sinners as they again just find themselves on those 2 rounds, stuck on it. Deagle's in hand now for a couple. I think they are just going to go for a bit of a half buy here. The Czech side seems that way. Meanwhile, gamers are just sort of starting up here. It feels like they could carry this momentum for quite a bit. And as we sort of spoke about earlier, I think if gamers just get a decent half here on that T side, they could really just use their great CT side on this map to propel themselves and possibly just take out this map 1, which in its own right would be quite an achievement against Sinners, but also would definitely set a mark for their opponents, where it's going to be quite tough to come back from the series. It's going to be quite an uphill battle, you'd have to say, for the Sinners. Oh my god, this is just ruthless now. Canny does get a trade there, but yeah, gamers are not going to be fooling around for too much, you'd thought, until Shock arrived and gave them a smacking. Maybe they are going to have to take this a bit more cautiously. They were a bit blasé at first, but look at this, they're getting punished. Oh, and Maki's all alone. This should not be happening, but gamers are dropping like flies. Maki again to be the hero? Maybe. He's only got Sedco to watch out for on only 40 health, and he doesn't have armor, and he goes down. It's Maki. He did it once before in the anti-eco. He does it once again in the anti-eco, and it looks tough. And it looks like they're actually going to lose around that they shouldn't. He seems to be the healing point, the point where they can really rally around and it works out for them. Feels like he's just the more experienced one. And it helps out here. Canny does bring it back there against GI. But again, just the experience on the Croatian Maki's shoulders. Oh, it's not going to work out here. Sedco taking him out rather soon, and only 3 more to go. But look at this, it's just going by the second. He takes a pop, and feels like he always finds something until he doesn't. Will be a trade though, and Irish player not going to be able to achieve much there.
Yeah, back into another round here. That well, Sitters now starting to fight back somewhat. Well, it's Gamers do have taken the lead here with 5 on their side. Looking for the next one here. Yeah, Frag, good jump on the short, but T side are going to be coming out from mid. The M4 is blinded and not able to find the frag. Instead of the T side, man advantage immediately there. And not without wasting any time, Gia got it with another frag and now out towards that B side. And oh, what a shot, Zedko. He's got no chance in that one somehow. Feels like the jump should have some kind of disadvantage going into that B. Can't find his first one. Look at that second. He spotted him as well. Find another frag. And look at that. It's got to be another round with Canny forced to save his weapon. Hazelwood trying to hold on to it now. And that is one commanding round from the Thesa, just taking all the fights in mid.
Yeah, really. And it feels like maybe Sinners lack... Obviously, it's early on still. Maybe we shouldn't read too much into it. But it feels like they don't have a Mackie. Feels like they have no one who really stops the... Because when gamers get the ball rolling, it feels like it just snowballs into insanity.
No!
Oh, he made it out. Almost down to his own nade there. It finally does go down. That was rather interesting. No, but it feels like they're lacking that Mackie archetype where he stops the snowball from rolling. But gamers here again, like as you mentioned, they just got a couple kills and it feels like the round just ends after they get those entries. Sinner's gonna have another bye here, but after this, if they lose this round, I don't think they're gonna have one for a bit. And definitely are going to want to keep themselves in the game because gamers could definitely run away with it if they win this round.
Yeah, they definitely have a chance. Oh, Mucky, come on. Zed goes on the other side, giving him a chance. And look at that. Oh, the tags come in. For whatever reason, it doesn't do as much damage as they thought it would have, but... Well, I suppose that's what happens now. T-side still... Wait, they've got a double op set up. You don't even notice this. Mucky and Depression both on ops. That's a bit interesting here on the T side. Huh.
No.
Don't really see that too often.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit unorthodox, you'd say. Just the creativity again for gamers, or just a bit wacky. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out just from how it works out with about 50 seconds left and if smoke's being set up. Both of the oppers doing that legwork. It feels like as Beastic will just run in here and take out GI. That's big. Canny's gonna step up next then, and look at that flick. Lovely stuff indeed as he follows up and nearly tripled up. Beastic will close it out though as Sinners. They find their way there defensively. That just looked so solid.
Yeah, the only 2 players who were there to defend that bomb site find all the frags together. That's going to be a good sign for the CTs. Here, but now we're heading to the final 5 rounds of the half here. And I just have these frags from Beastic again. Good defense, that like you mentioned as well. Nice stuff, and well, gamers, this round most likely, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, I don't think they're gonna be able to win this one, but now watch this, just be completely jinxed. We see this round go their way. Actually, there's a chance. Canny's on top of mid. No one covering his underpass, I don't think. Or, I mean, I say that, but there's Neo Frag with 1 frag, and Will Canny with the second one now. Able to get away from this. Running up Catwalk, a bit of a quick sprint up there as he does get away to safety. Beastic has put it plays on a ramp. This one Depression. The only man around that area of the map, the T side. Let's see what this is. Good frag. CT side. Now they're actually in a bit of a pickle here. That T side, they've got the map control. They've got a player in jungle out of all places, and CTs. Look at how far they are.
That is massive as well, the jungle, as you mentioned, because that cuts off the 2 players towards A from Sedco. I mean, he's alone on B, essentially, even though he's on short. He's not expecting an apartments push either, but they really should be now. Those rotations not going to be able to come through as he steps up to walk up against worst player. It's a bit of an awkward fight. Sedco getting tagged down, but big frag found for Shock because that means that gamers don't have that rotation cut off, but they do still get the bomb down and do still find another frag. Even more damage done as they get the 2-on-1 down into. Only Canny to kill off now for gamers as he steps up towards that site. He's got Both threats to watch out. He doesn't really know where the players are, actually, and the pressure behind the pillar, will he really be expecting it? He doesn't seem to be. Depression taking him out. What a round for gamers. You jinxed it, Nexus. How dare you?
I jinxed it. I I said it. I even predicted the jinxing. I tried to counteract my influence on the game.
Yep, that's never going to work, is it? The counteracting part of it. But gamers, I mean, we mentioned during the last gun round they could really run away with it if they won it in that, but maybe they can now instead, because with probably 8 rounds, to not try and jinx it again, in the bank after this one, it's going to look quite, maybe not comfortable, but they have some leeway now with 4 rounds between them. And how many rounds do you think they'll get, actually? It feels like if they get this gun round, they could get all 11.
I mean, they definitely could. They're going to be in a good chance to do so. Well, I mean, I really don't know. Like, currently the C side is very commanding from the side of Gamers Elite. Sinners, a bit surprising, I think. I mean, this is still the mapping of Gamers Elite, so you're expecting to have at least a decent showing here, but I was not expecting this good of a lead, or at least an early start from them, with Sinners just being left in the dust, basically. Which is a bit odd, but now, looking at the CTs, they're just trying to go for that something. You see those 2 players on Catwalk, they're both abandoning B site, fighting for mid in case the T side are going to be coming out there. They had, like, I think 4 players in total there. 1 in, or maybe not, I don't know, 3, maybe 4. On the CT side, is focusing on that mid area, ready to shut down Gamers Elite if they try to go there, but as we can tell, it's only 2 players in, the remaining players on ramp. A minute left on the clock, setting up for that A split. A bit of utility, 2 smokes is all they have here on the T side, which is going to be a slight problem. So what do they even want to toss it down here is my questions. Is they going to be going for that ramp spot now? Has seen the players coming in close. That smoke is going to buy them about 18 seconds of cover. Total, but what do they want to do? Is Maki and Gigot, what do they have to here as they find the frags all the way towards that A site? Here's Beastie, because he's not going to do that much better either. Only a single frag for him. Rotation is coming to Shock, trying to fight away. Gets 1 frag for him. The M4 now has to stop that bomb plan, can't do it. And the CT's on for yet another retake here as Gamers good to take himself round of 9.
Yeah, looks that way. You have Sedko still in play as Shock flashes him in, it seems, but just too many angles that you'd think. Still a good little dink found onto Depression, but there's still that player over in Connector as well to watch out for in terms of all the angles, but Sedko finds him in a smoke on the bomb now. Maybe not the best of smokes, however. Shotgun just 12 health, he was just bound to go down, and Sedko follows him. That is 9 4s, you said, and Sinners on definitely no economy to get a good full buy-in. This could really run away from them now. It's just a good round for Gamers, really, in the initial part of it. And the retake always felt quite difficult for Sinners, despite their best efforts. Famas, oh my god, they're going for a buy here. Straight Famas buy? How often do you really see that?
Never, but they are getting desperate on the CT side. They want to get these last 2 rounds. Like, they know the chances of going down to 4-11. And on the T side of Mirage, where the mapping of Gamers Elite, currently with how things are going, they might not have that great of a chance, but they are going at it all the way here. Want to get those rounds. And again, they're going to leave a single man lurking towards mid instead of 2 last round, signaling that B split. You can see 3 players or 4 players in apartments ready to go. CT is currently quite far ahead of Caddy. He's left his teammate completely alone. He's in ladder, and it's going to be on to Shock on that B bomb site. And these Famasses, they need to be better than good. They just need to be quicker than quick, faster than fast. They need to be speed, and Shock going to start things off with 1. Depression going down, but there's that trade coming in. Canny has rotated in, but the T side, for whatever reason, somehow has made it their way towards that A site, all the way from B apartments. It's going to be all into Idzo. When that B goes to hold those rotates. Here's Neo Frag 1 and 2, looking for the 3rd. Unable to get that one, but damage now done. T side on to the 2 on it to Idzo. Still holds around that B side, looking for that frag, the long range spray, but it's going to be Zedko. Finds 1 more. And he got it. How is he going to get this one?
there's Setko to watch out for as well. He's got 22 health still. That frag really has almost decided it. If G-God doesn't find him back here, Setko was looking the complete other way. Beestick quite far away. That bomb will go down safely. Comes in from short here, Beestick. As G-God will stand guard. Wait around for it. Not on op in his hand though, so while he is going to be better at those long range engagement, maybe not so supreme. As Beestick actually makes up some ground here. He's towards the left of him now. G-God not going to be expecting this. He could come around him. Oh, but he makes the steps. Why has he? He gives his position away. G-God still not able to take him down, but he walks around. They play a ring around their OC, and it's G-God to win it out. 10-4. Massive half so far for Gamers, and they could even pile on. They could even get 11 here. What an achievement that would be just in isolation. You thought it was almost over in the way that this engagement went Idso with so many kills, but he did get found out eventually. But then he just came back there. And what a play that was from G in the end.
Yeah, what a play, what a round. And again, it's going to be FAMAS's mainly on the CT side as we head to the final round of the first half. Gamers Elite. They've got them weapons out. AWP on depression. CC's very scarce on utility, but apparently doesn't stop the damage from coming in. Neofrag with the first one, as Izzo has traded. A bit of damage done to that T-side, or actually quite a lot of it. 32 HP on Izzo, and depression down to 5 HP. He's got the ult, so it doesn't matter that much, but when you're up against the FAMAS going out, like, that will not help. Worst player towards that A side has found one frag, but they're still basic towards that ramp. It needs to be taken care of. And the bomb going for this one-on-one fight will survive. Izzo can now help out his team. Another frag there for that CT side, and now we're going to the spicy stuff of this round. The late round, the bomb are gonna go down, or at least should in a few seconds. But look at the position here from Worst player, all the way in jungle, deep in the depths of hell there. And now he's gonna merge as the CT side make their move. One frag on the stairs, but no, Zedko, he's ready, and now the 1-on-2. Idjo is gonna have to clutch this one out. He's got the first one. Look for that second. Zedko down to 46, but the timing, who is it going to suit? They know Zedko was towards that jungle position, and oh, he seems like he spotted Idzo as well. It's going to come out of that timing, the aim, but it's going to be the CT side with the frag.
Wow.
And what a round. This bomb will get defused.
I liked what Idzu was trying to do there as well. He was just trying to find a new angle where Zedko was not going to expect them, but I think he did spot him out rather, as he walked into it. Unfortunately enough, you'd have to say, but I don't think that's gonna take the smile off of Gamers Elite's faces, because they're 10-5 up against Sinners in the first half on that T side. That is quite something. These highlights from the round specifically. It was a tight one in the end, but as mentioned, obviously Sedko finding it out. 10-5. If they were the pistol here, Gamers, they could just take this map real soon.
Yeah, they definitely could. That second map was Nuke, which is the pick of Sinners, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And, well, getting to that one sooner or later. Now we'll see how soon is the question. Is the frags coming in, but he's just struggling with the USB, not able to connect, and oh, that defense not holding up as they would like to. The crossfire's there, they got the strat. But they just need the aim to try and connect on those. Now the boost in the CT, and Neofrag immediately deletes suppression as soon as he pops up. Has been dealt with, and now it is the 1-on-3. Maki finds that first frag, looking for a few more. The bomb somewhere around that bomb site itself. Neofrag fighting for it, but now it's going to be tough. But Maki, he's got a kit. He can still try and go for this, even if he doesn't fight the frags. And Beastic is there, going to shut it down immediately. And Sinners get that pistol round and one. They desperately do need in this match if they want to have a chance.
Yeah, definitely share that sentiment. Great stuff from Neofrag, both on that kill and this one. Brilliant stuff, actually. He had a good pistol round last time as well, didn't he? Until he got taken down. And he just seems to have those taps within him. Let's see if that carries on, though, as he does walk in with the Galils and the AKs. Sinners against straight Deagles. Do they walk into the B stack? Maybe not, as they spotted out some initial action over there. Instead, they take the approach of going towards a bit of an emptier site. Gamers are going to be moving some players over, but definitely not Not all of them. In fact, they're keeping 4 around. That's quite a lot. Maybe a first player actually does do some distraction here, though, and acts as if he's 100 men. Sinners change their mind again and head towards B again, I suppose would be the final aim. Feels like he hasn't had to do too much, though, to persuade them to go back B. At least I thought so for a minute. As they now definitely do want to head towards that A-site bomb in connector. Sedko will still take the bait, it seems like. But, yeah, not too many Sinners players over here. Only him and Neo Frag taking that bait, and they're handling it somewhat, I thought I was going to say. But maybe not so much. It's free on free all of a sudden. Well, they do have 2 weapons here, gamers. Do they still save? I suppose they definitely could, but maybe just waiting for a worst player to see what he could find. But he couldn't find much, and yeah, after that you definitely do save in this situation. 2 AKs found. This is a pretty good round, all in all, for gamers, as long as they keep hold of these.
Yeah, I mean, this is a win itself, just those AKs, like you mentioned. The one-tap potential that those weapons do pose is a big advantage for the side of the gamers here. And the T side, you can see a few of their players not too great on the money, mostly the ones who are dead there, and adding to the wonderful 1-dig there.
Oh,
third man going down, it's Galil only being collected.
Oh. I thought he was going to hold on to that, yeah. Not quite. Not quite. 7-10 though, the score, and Gamers still looking to keep themselves in a strong lead, because if they lose this round, I feel like Sinners don't fully back into it. It's not fully tied up, but they definitely sort of made that distance feel quite slow or quite overcomable. These scouts, yet again, Nexus, they are always the bane of any T's existence, it feels like, but there has been a trade here, and Scout doesn't seem to be too involved, other than the initial damage done on towards Canny.
Yeah, the CT side. These weapons definitely pose a threat, amazingly the AKs, one of which has been dealt with, made it now a problem. It's going to be depression. The Scout again is going to be such a tough task to even get away from this one. Even if you can find a single tag, it's going to make his teammate's job about 100 times easier. They're mucky. Like, right now, I'm not expecting him to get more than 1 here, but now with the Scout tag coming in, apparently Depression just finds him all by himself, doesn't even need the help. The Scout fires off that first one, switching to that Desert Eagle, trying to fend that bomb side. Beasting is there, more damage done. Now it's Maki's turn, but he can not get a single thing done. A shock takes him down on the CTs, but now look at the damage that has been done. 2 of these players one-tap, even the body with an AK. So this is all that the CT side have to do. Find a few frags here. There's one towards that car area, but it's going to go down. And now the trade's coming in, but Canny, he'll be the one to find the final frag of the round as Sinners get that round done. 8-10, a 2-round lead. What was once a 5-10.5 has now turned into a comeback. Turned into a actual tight game.
Yes, still 2 rounds, of course, between them, but definitely is a case where Sinners are closing up on it. You're gonna have to see that CT side come alive sooner rather than later, it feels like. I think they are still gonna have a gun round in that next round, considering the loss bonus as well, but yeah, if they lose that one, then Sinners almost have the lead at that point, so definitely not something where Gamer's gonna be too happy if this starts to run away from them. Remember, it is their map pick as well. They're definitely not inclined to give this one up at the best of times, and we'll just have to see, because they do have a trade coming out in this one. Maki with that AK, probably going to drop it over considering his health. As Maki, no, he just gets the kill. They find the man advantage. They keep hold of that ace site as well. 3 players standing on it. As they come out here, it's another trade come out. Look at this, it's 0-2-1-1. Gamers,
What?
they find themselves 11-8 up, and what is that all about? Again, just the lack of Maki for Sinners, or someone like him, definitely is noticeable in the way that it's just run away from them there, just like usual. It feels like Sinners just drop this a few too many times, these types of rounds. And I don't know, it felt a bit like it was just an even playing field. It felt like the trades were just coming in very fair form where the Deagles did as much as the AKs for the other team. And all of a sudden, as I said, 3 rounds between them now, and Sinner's on pretty bad economy.
Yeah, that round a big no-no. They did not want that to happen, but I mean, what can you do here? Every now and then CSGO decides to kick you in the guts, and well, gamers, they definitely want to do that here. Like I mentioned, their mapping not inclined to give it away. And well, now is a good chance to open things up on that second half, get themselves going. And they might as well keep adding these rounds. The economy still will be a problem. I mentioned that as well, but now just waiting for the timeout to come to an end, and I think it has. Getting back into it, and now here we go. T-side, 2 AKs, 3 pistols, all they have, and very quickly making 4 players towards that B bomb side. And CTs, look at that, they've got 3 players towards that A side going very aggressive, but here, Depression towards that B side. Looking for a frag, has spotted the first player, jumps out. But now looking to find something here. He's still around that window. Zedko, I think he has spotted him. Especially when it looks like now that T-side to go out. There's Depression 1, but the trade is immediate. And that T-side, now what do they do here? They can't even pick up that AWP. Dropped it down, but apparently Canny will follow. Oh, picked up now Maki. Defending that bomb side, has a teammate rotating, looking to find these frags, trying to spray away, but unable to find the full connection still. Damage done, but what are the frags coming in to look at this? Again, it's turning around here. Gamers and Sinners. They're trading rounds here from what does not seem to be feasible has turned into another round. And instead, it's got to be the gamers on the low economy.
Feels like every time we see a new sort of narrative building, and it's like, well, surely gamers going from here to maybe not win the game, but certainly win for a couple of rounds just based on the upset when they got in that last one. But Sinners just upset that, and all of a sudden they've found themselves back onto 9 rounds and back into that situation where it's just 2 between them now. And also in a spot where gamers don't really have that economy, because if you keep trading rounds, then as long as those Eagles don't always win out, or win out most of the time, then the T's are going to profit, and the T's are going to win in that type of situation. That definitely is noticeable here in some cases. Some money to go around for gamers, but certainly not a perfect buy to come in. Still at double op? Okay. I was not quite expecting that. They're still at 2 MP9s, but they're going back to this double op setup. They haven't had it since that T side, and this could be like so good or just so bad. I don't know which. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. We will do that very shortly. Look at this T side, yeah, that Molotov. Nearly giving away a key there, but now it will be them just backing away from Palace. Sinners do not want to lose this one again. It's the economy on both teams on the line. It will be a big problem currently. Sinners, they spent basically the first 40, 50 seconds in Palace, now having backed away. And Zedko, nice little shot onto Maki, having found something into the round here to go and work with. CT side kind of make rotations accordingly. If they don't start to see something towards that A site, which it's currently running down the clock, don't have that much utility, but now they have used it. The smokes are coming down, and it will be the full attack coming in. Only a single man coming from middle, and the pinch is real. But here's that CT defender's not able to find a single frag just yet. It's just still in CT, taps away, but can he find any frags? Looking over that smoke, oh, no! Beastic from Palace says hello and removes his head. With gamers, 2 players and no frags found in the round, will be a save round coming out from them. Just like that. We'll see Sinners hit double digits and give us a close match here. If it wasn't already, now give us even a closer match. You got finding a bit of damage there.
2 ops though. At least some type of positive, even though they didn't get to do much in this round. Maybe it's all about the post-plant though. Depression definitely trying to do something here. Oh, there's still quite... There's not that much time, but there's still a bit of time to hunt down these ops actually, and they've both gone down. 10-11, and yeah, this is all of a sudden looking like a bit of a pickle for gamers as a whole. It felt like Sinners were just a little too piled in and having to go apartments and not getting that information, as you sort of mentioned at the time. But then Sedco, it's essentially given a gift. Gamers maybe should have played a little bit more passively, but they did give up the round in a pretty unfashionable way. They are going to be, again, still in the lead, but probably not for long as they don't pull another one of those rounds off. With some Deagles to go around, sure, but does lightning strike twice? Is the question, I suppose. Against all of these Sinners players, and oh, it has, at least initially. Maki doing that same frag as last time, doing the same follow-up as last time, but not the kill. Has actually ended up in a Sinners favorable spot as well, 4-on-3. With about a minute remaining or so, as Sinners do head towards that A site, it seems. Still with plenty of action across the map to be had, I think. With Shock still on that base site, and actually the bomb is going back into it. I feel like if they headed towards Palace, they might have gotten caught by Idsu, but now they might be caught by the others. GI and Depression are both staying towards that B site despite the utility being thrown out, simply because of the information that Idsu has. As they now run in, start to molly off Depression. He'll hide, but Neo frag, you can't hide from him, and neither can you run. GI does neither, because he hides in plain sight. And look at that, he's been caught, but he's still got the frag in the open hand, which won't stay alive for long. Gamers again attempting that similar type of round, and it felt like it was heading towards it in some way, but just not quite going to be working out in the same way. Only 2 frags found. Still not a bad round for them per se, but definitely not quite as good. Double up again, really?
I mean, I guess they just want to go for it. It might be enough to stop that T side. Like, you see the op, you're going to slow things down. Wow. Maybe either that, or it's going to be something like this from the Gamer side. It's very bold. The double ops and the 2-man push under pass. They have been spotted by Shock and immediately taken down. Wow. Look at that.
I was going to say that's surely the round over already, but look at that. 2 trades found back immediately. Sinners, all of a sudden, back to an even spot in a 3-on-3 where they try and attack this base site with 2 players waiting for them. Depression and worst player. This player slightly farther behind as Depression goes shotgun with that ult, and so does Canny. Neither wins out in that duel. Instead, it's Shock to get one. Canny does actually follow up as well, and worst player. I won't be too mean and say he lives up to the name, but he does miss that shot, and with about a minute remaining, they get the bomb down. He just starts to run away, it seems. With now starting to be hunted down. That HUD, that op rather, will not be saved. Yeah, again, Gamer's not able to save one of those ops, and Stinner's actually taking the lead. I feel like that's the first time in what, like, have they even had the lead?
I'm trying to think, but maybe I don't.
Yeah,
think
they did.
So.
They did have the pistol round, didn't they? I think they won the pistol round in the first half, and then a round after. But yeah, they have.
Oh yeah. They had a 2-0. Yeah, they had a 2-0 lead at the very start.
Not since then, I don't think. This is quite massive. No. Oh, but these are the types of rounds that gamers seem to be winning, though. The Eagles MP9, when you least expect it. Neofrag does pop up with 1 as basic joins, but never out of it, gamers. They always get 1 or 2. Never to be blown out of any round, almost. That is going to be Neofrag still waiting around in top middle, but I think gamers have hedged the wrong bet, and instead you're going to have to run in here and look like fools, maybe, as Shock takes down 1. Maki surely going to walk into the other. Yeah, I think he's been spotted there by Neofrag, and he can't cross it. Again, G is just going to hide out with the AK, and I think he'll succeed, but Maki's not going to live for long. He's being more and more sandwiched here by the moment, if he doesn't just go for some aggressive play. I don't think he will. We'll just wait around in ladder room, where he should be meeting his demise anytime soon. Sedco just outside of that smoke, and then obviously Neofrag in window room, and it is Sedco to take that frag. G now just going to be saving this AK rather. And as I said, probably will succeed in it. It's 13-11 though. if Gamers don't win it now, surely it's a lost game. Surely Sinners are able to run away with that at that point.
I do agree with the sentiment. There's a very good chance the second half is not going the way of Gamers Elite at all. Like, it's been, what, 1 round for them in total, and 8 for the side of Sinners. So that just goes to show T-side is the home of both of these teams, and currently it is the CT or Sinners side who keep finding these rounds. But with this timeout here, I would like to mention that we still have the giveaway going. You can see those codes flying in chat, so pay attention to those. Some great prizes to be won there amongst. And I9, was it? 10.
Yep.
1085.
Oh, plenty of
like
numbers to remember. You're bold.
Yeah, plenty of numbers.
I thought it. Some high numbers as well, showing just how good it is. Avengers Edition, by the way, which is makes it maybe not better, but certainly better. You know. Here's some highlights then from the game so far. If you're not really sure what we're showing, but I mean it's just a series of Sinners kills. It feels like when it comes to the second half, except for that 1 round that we don't really speak of. But yeah, mostly Sinners in this half as Gamers again only able to find 1 so far. It's so surprising, so far from what we saw on their T side.
Yeah, it is far from it, and now in this one, Sinners, look at his pace. V-stick into connector, but he's got 2 players here. Surely not going to find a single man, and he won't. As now it's going to be the rest of the T side to find these frags towards that A-bomb. So Shock, the first man in, dropping that bomb, looking for that next one. Player on stairs into causing him off guard, looking for that second. Player still coming around, Wolf around the corner, kind of with a no-scope styling on this, but the CT side. They will find themselves another round 12, finally getting themselves another one. Just as you mention it, they fire back. As the caster's curse
it's when you least expect it, isn't it? When it's Gamers. Really good round. It feels like every time they do get around, it's always something to do with Mac, and he kicked off this one. Once they got that defensive hold on point. They're gonna try and do it again as Sinners just run for the Molotovs. What are they doing? Oh no! Shock has gone down to half. Neo's gone down to utility, and Zedco just went down to the Molotov. That is a massive blunder on Sinner's end. And they could tie it up here, Gamers. Shock gonna try and chain it back, but he's already so low. He's gonna go down, and this is just such a mistake. All of it. That is Canny and B-Stick just all alone, but surely not. 2-on-4 now, turned from a 2-on-5. They still have that bomb, but there's just so many players around them, so many angles that they'd have to control with only 2 Molotovs that it's not going to work out. Canny only getting a trade and then falling. Gamers on 13 all. Oh, and we're down to crunch time again, Nexus. Tight again. This is something that you would have to say Gamers have been quite good at, though. These tight situations during the tournament, this is where they've really prevailed at times through so many sticky situations, especially against Project X. I think I remember. I think it was 16-14. I think they had that really narrow win over Let's Get It in the first playoff round on, I think it was like double overtime or something. Maybe that's something to take away if you're Gamers. The thing is, Sinners have just blown out a lot of teams out of the water and haven't really faced this type of spot, but they definitely have, just in general, I think, as quite an experienced team. Again, just the highlights from the game so far. There's been plenty. Any favourite moment, though, Nexus, so far?
I really don't know. I want to say the comeback here from Sinners has been fantastic so far. Like, that as a collective highlight, if that works. I would have to put it up there.
Definitely.
And now the slight resurgence right at the end here from the Gamers Elite side as they try and get themselves a bit of something going on and headed to the final, what, 3 rounds of the game? 3-4 rounds, I don't know. And well, this is where I like to see the game more. Like, you can see that T side now. They won, what, 4 rounds in a row again? Or 3-4 rounds, something like that. Now, after that, running out of money from after a single round for the side of Gamers, and how do they deal with that? And, well, the CT side, they're not doing that much better than Sinners, but these kinds of rounds really will affect how how this entire game goes. And Depression now has started things off with the first frag. T-side still crunching over towards that mid position, but Monkey there with the secondary up. Another one coming over the CT side. Look at that, GamerS. They're just picking them apart one at a time. There's absolutely nothing the Sinner side can do.
This, where it was supposed to be the most intense, the most sort of down to the wire type of moments, but it's been an absolute whitewash in this round. Beastic at least got one frag, but that's all they'll get. Every other player goes untouched in that round for GamerS, and that is not the type of round Sinners were after. I think they were the ones that took the timeout as well, but that certainly hasn't worked out. Instead, they're going to go polar opposite of going for that light contact play. They're just going to rush B, Tech 9s in hand. If this doesn't work, if the polar opposite doesn't work, then what will? If not us, then who, Sinners say? As they will try and go in. They've got quite a few players to watch out for though. G, Mackie closest by, but also that rotation for worst player coming in from short. He is quite flashed off though. Great piece of utility from Sinners. Asenko just runs in. Where's he at? He's actually got a frag as well and mark it before he goes down. The utter chaos on this site has worked out so well for Sinners. It's won them the round. Why has it worked? Well, I think
has it
GamerS
worked?
have just
My
been...
question.
Yeah, that is mad. GamerS just been utterly just shocked by the intensity in that run. Sinners haven't really gone for those fast plays, but when they do, oh my, how about that? 2 ops picked up. Why, you may ask, when they've just succeeded in doing a full-on rush? I don't know personally, but I don't know actually at all.
Well, yeah, don't ask me either. I cannot tell you. But what a round coming out, Sinners. Again, it's tied things up. We are going all the way to full 30 on the CT side. Now is their chance. This is the round they need more than anything. Like, this is going to dictate the entire match and potentially the outcome from a Depression. First flick will be a miss. Now into up towards that balcony. He gets one. Turns around with the second balcony. He's there. He's ready. He's got terrorists coming at him, but can he? He's there to find that frag instead. And now T-side try get that A-bomb side under lock and keep a Depression with a slight gap below the smoke. Has dropped the bomb, and Sinners now they're in a lot of trouble. A huge pickle they're in as there's one more frag coming in. Shock to 1-on-4. God, it seems like he has got the idea where he is, and he's got the frag. 15, GamerS elite. Match point.
Wow, that is remarkable stuff. Yeah, again, it's just another one of these types of rounds, and GamerS fairly just serving that match point just from that round alone. But feels like Sinners. Are they really gonna have to have an op in this round? The only thing that works is just them rushing and creating that chaos. And when they play with an op, they don't do it in that chaotic way that some teams do. Not necessarily GamerS either. I don't think they do that either. But when they play with an op, it feels like they just go a little bit patient. They go a little bit stale almost. And, well, that doesn't seem to be working for them at all. Sinners are, again, just the only thing that's worked for them in these last, 5 rounds has just been that chaos that we saw the round before this. So I don't quite see what the op will actually do in this round, but I do see what the Deagles can do. But on both Sinners and GamerS, it feels like those Deagles are ever so present. We'll see what we can find in this round then, as Sinners will be looking to head towards that middle area, I can see. Ooh, this could get real exciting. Only one player thrown out from GamerS in return. They will be boosted up. Mackie on that short already. Will they be expecting this, as Sinners are looking for a bit of a mid to A right now? A run boost with the op? Oh my! In the final round they go for it. Not gonna find a kill initially, but it certainly backed off Mackie. Not a lot of players for GamerS actually in that area either. They've just the site free to themselves outside of Depression. Who's just hiding out in CT, not wanting to be too proactive, as GamerS are just not rotating players over right now. They do see a lot of utility being thrown up, but they're just on that B site. They're not rotating. Just sticking around. Thinking it's just going to be a fake, but it's really not. B-Stick takes one. It's traded. But Canny takes back that man advantage real quick. And worst player has arrived in a rather quick form. Waiting now with an aid thrown out. He's got some backup from jungle, but he's all alone towards CT. Insu definitely needs this next frag, and he gets it. 3 on 2. They have that man advantage back, and G continues. Surely they win it now. It's only Sedko. If only a Deagle. He picks up one, but the nades, the Molotovs, they start to take him down. He tried his very best, but it's GamerS to win it out 16-14. What an emphatic performance. What an emphatic map that was for map 1. I am thoroughly